G'day guys, here we are, number 42, the nail tray. Really great little project in the workshop, really good skill builder, great for, just practicing all your woodwork skills. And it's also a pretty good SketchUp project as well because there's a few different things we have to do. And it doesn't give us all that many dimensions and information, but we've just got to make do and, figure out how to model it. So for starters, I guess we could do similar to what we did with the what do you call it, the pencil box, and put these sides in. So the side here is 32 millimeters high, and the thickness of the timber is 12 millimeters. Okay, so let's grab the rectangle tool. And how long is this whole box? The whole box is 300 millimeters long. So we need to put a piece in. That's 12 by 300. We'll zoom in on that, and we push it up by 32. We go up 32. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Now we can see that we've got 3 bits of joinery we need to put into this. We need to put into both these side pieces. So what I reckon we do is we do it in one of the pieces, and then we just copy it across for the other one because they're going to be identical. So we've got rebates at half depth in the corners, so half the thickness of the material. The rebates go in on each corner, and then we've got a housing joint halfway along the length of the material and half the depth of the material. So first things first, triple click, make it a component, call it component 1, that's fine. Now we double click, and let's start off with the rebates. So the rebate is going to go in this direction, 12 millimeters, because that's how thick our timber is, and then it's a half depth rebate, so we need to go in 6 millimeters. So there's the 2 lines there that we need, and we can just join those up with the rectangle tool like that, push it through with the push-pull tool, and that's our rebate joint done. Okay, exact same thing on the other side. You can do it without the tape measure if you want. If you just want to type in like this, 12,6, that will work too. Cool. Now, next thing we need to do is find, it's halfway along the length, so we got to measure this, 276. Oh God, what's half of that? Actually, I think it'll be easier to think of half of 300, which is 150. Okay, so there's our midpoint. I'll just use a tape measure to transfer that across to the front. Oops. So there is, that's the halfway point. So because that piece of timber in the middle is 12 millimeters thick, we got to go from here out 6 millimeters one way and 6 millimeters out the other way. Okay, so from the center point, from here to here now is 12 millimeters. Okay, so 6 out one way, 6 out the other. We can then grab the pencil tool. We could draw straight down here, straight down there, and we can push this in 6 millimeters. That's half the depth. Okay, and that I think is all we need to do for that piece. We've got the rebate, housing, rebate. That's it. Okay, so we can click out of that. We can delete our guides, and let's see. The box in total is 212 millimeters wide. So let's measure from the back corner across this way on the red axis, 212 millimeters. And we'll grab the move tool. We will press Control to make a copy of this. Grab that back corner, move it over here. And I think, what did we do last time? We flipped it along the red axis. Actually, I'll show you a different way if you want. If we're on the move tool, we can actually, on this face, grab these little red nodes and turn it around like that. Just another way to do it. If you can't get it perfectly straight, just type in 90. There we go. Right, that's just another way to do it. So then we can grab the move tool, grab this bottom corner here, and move to that guide point. Okay, so that's the width of those 2 pieces. Oh, that's how far apart they are. Let's see. Next, maybe we will, this one should be pretty easy. We'll put in this divider. So all we need to do there is go from that corner to that corner here, put in a rectangle. We're going to push it down 32 millimeters, or we can hover over that point, and that's the divider. So we triple click that, right click, make component, create. Okay, fantastic. Now, let's see. The handles that we need to put in, it says to customize the handles, so we can do whatever kind of shape we want here. So the piece of timber is 70 millimeters tall, 12 millimeters wide. That just goes from rebate to rebate. So pretty easy to do that. We can go from this one here over to that corner there. We can push this up to 70, 70, enter. Okay, perfect. Now, this is a piece of timber you're going to cut to size. If you were making this in the workshop, you'd cut this piece of timber, just make it a component like this, and it would just be a rectangle. And it says you can customize your handle. So you don't have to do, like I've done in this drawing, just a boring sort of bevel or chamfered edge. You could put like a nice curve in it if you want. You could do a zigzag. It's up to you. It's completely your design. So when you're doing it, just think about, you've got all these tools at your disposal. You can use whatever you want. I might try and do something a little bit different. Let's see. I'll double click on that so we're in the component. How about we find the midpoint, which we can just go along here. We can see that's at 100 millimeters, so 100, land on that. We could use the 2-point arc maybe and go from here to there and maybe make a bulge of 10 millimeters. So from here to here, drag out this way and do a bulge of 10 millimeters. That looks okay, a nice sort of round one, right? And then we can just push that away and push that away. Kind of cool design, I guess. You can do whatever you want. If you want to do something different, it's up to you. Get creative, do it however you like. We will, however, need a hole in there to actually put, to put your hands in when you're carrying the tray. So I reckon we'd probably want to leave maybe, 12 millimeters the gap, and then let's see, maybe we'll go out 40 millimeters this way, 40 millimeters this way. And the gap for your fingers should probably be about, let's have a look. If we go down here, I'd say about 20 millimeters. That should probably be enough. What we could do is, with the rectangle tool, go here to here. Oh, except I'm an idiot and I'm drawing this outside the component. Whoops. Let me double click on the component so I can actually draw in there. I can still use those guides because they're still visible. So I can go there to there. And I can probably use I can go on the arc tool and draw this half round. Click on this midpoint if I can get it on the right axis. There we go. Click, click, draw it round like that. I can erase those middle lines and push that through 12 millimeters. There we go. We've got a hole in it. Right, so that looks okay. I think I'm not personally a massive fan of that. I think you could modify the dimensions a little bit more, move this hole a little bit further down, make it a little bit wider. But that's up to you guys. You're customizing it. You do whatever you think looks good. Okay. Right. So all we need to do now is make a copy of this for the other side. So we grab the move tool, press Control. We grab that corner over here, and we're going to orbit around, and we're just going to plonk it down in there, right in the spot. Okay. So there we've got our two ends, and we can now put the base in. So that's probably the easiest part. We just go underneath, draw a rectangle from corner to corner, push it down for a 3 millimeter ply base, so 3 millimeters thick. We triple click on it, make it a component, create that component, and that is the nail tray pretty well done. So let's go edit, delete guides. We'll grab the paint bucket, give it a quick paint job, and paint that. And there we go. I reckon that looks pretty good. I don't mind those sort of curved tops there. I think they look all right. But anyways, you get creative with it. Do whatever you would like to do with it. Okay, and we'll quickly just save that. File, save. Number 42, nail tray. Oops. Nail tray, save. Okay, fantastic. The next one is the footstool. Okay, we've got two different drawings here for a bit more detail, but we'll go into that in the next video. Okay, good work, guys. See you in the next video.